Hey everybody, it's Bobby Nahum here with AMAP Real Estate Company. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Today we are doing a video on what you need to do to get your home ready before you put it on the market for sale. So everybody hears today about how we have such a great housing market and it's a great time to sell and prices are high and homes are flying off the market. This is true, but if you don't get your home ready to put it on the market before you put it on the market, you're still going to have trouble selling your home and getting the price that you want to, most likely, even in this strong seller's market. So, um, you know, today what we're going to be talking about, it's not any substitute for putting together a specific plan for your property. Every property is unique, and it's not a substitute for meeting with an experienced realtor and putting together a plan of action for your property, for getting your property ready. But today, what we're going to be talking about is basically it's kind of a general guideline on what you should do to get your house ready to put it on the market before you get it up for sale. So a lot of these things are pretty easy to do. And a lot of what we're going to talk about will depend a lot of what we're going to talk about will depend on your budget, what you are able to spend, and then also a lot of it will depend on your home. Some homes you're going to do different things to get it ready than other homes. A lot of it depends on what's normal in your area, what updates and features are normal in your area, and what price range your house is in. So you're not going to do the same things to a $150,000 house as you are to a $500,000 house to get it ready in terms of updates. So just keep that in mind when we're going through it, and remember this is kind of like a general guideline. But so the first thing that we're going to talk about, which is probably the easiest thing, is decluttering the home. So after living in a house for a long period of time, everybody accumulates stuff. Some of that stuff we don't need, some of it we do need, and some of it's stuff that we need but maybe only use on every once in a while, like holiday stuff and things like that. So if you've got a bunch of stuff in your house, you need to figure out something to do with it, because when people walk into your home, when buyers walk into your home, they need to not be distracted by all kinds of clutter. They need to be able, the house needs to be decluttered, and people need to be able to focus on the features of your home and be able to see themselves living in there and not get distracted. So if you've got a bunch of stuff, I would suggest, if it's stuff you don't need, have a garage sale or sell it online or donate it even. If it's stuff that you don't use on a daily basis, that you are going to use in the future but you don't use it regularly, store it away in your garage, or even hire or pay for a storage facility to use for a period of time until you get the home sold. But again, the idea is, you want to get the home free of clutter, decluttered, so that people can walk in, have a nice decluttered space, envision the home as their own, and not be distracted by all the stuff, and be able to focus on the nice features of your home. So the next thing is getting the home cleaned and getting rid of any bad odors if there are any. So if you are good at cleaning and you want to clean the house yourself, that's fine. The idea is, you want to shoot for it being as clean as like what a model home would be. I know that can be tough, especially if you've got kids or animals, but that's the goal you want to go for. So if you're too busy to do it on your own, then hire a professional cleaner. They're worth every dollar. They'll go in there probably anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on the size of your home, depending on how dirty your home is, obviously, too. But you want them to go in there, get the house looking good, smelling good, so that when people walk into your home, they don't get turned off because the house is dirty. So cleaning, that's easy enough. But the next thing is it's getting rid of the bad smells. So that can be trickier sometimes. Sometimes it's an easy fix. Sometimes it's not an easy fix. There can be a lot of different sources of bad smells. There can be carpet that needs to be replaced. There can be things related from your animals, cat litter boxes. It can be mold or mildew, or a leak that it can be a lot of different things. So go through your home, figure out if you do have an odor in your home, figure out what it is, what's causing it, and take action. So and sometimes we become nose blind to odors. So it's good maybe to bring in somebody that doesn't live there and ask them if the house smells good and see what they say. So but I'll give you an example of how bad odor can derail a home sale. So we had a townhouse that I listed not too long ago that we ended up selling. Anyway, we got the home ready, had great photos, priced right, great listing description, and we were getting a lot of showings, but we were not getting offers, and it was because the home had a musty smell just from being closed up for a while. It had been vacant for a while. So we got an ozone machine in there for a few days. A lot of these companies you can rent ozone machines from, and after we took the ozone machine out, the smell was gone. And then after that, the home sold within 2 or 3 weeks. So it can make a big difference. People get turned off by bad smells. All right, so number 3 is curb appeal. So when people come up to your home and they see it for the first time, this is the impression that they get. You want people to have a good first impression of your home, so having good curb appeal is very important. So, this can include the yard, this can include, is the home pressure washed, things like that. But usually the biggest thing is the yard. So you want to get somebody in there, a landscaper, lawn maintenance company, to come in. If your yard is overgrown, has debris, leaves, and stuff everywhere, get it cleaned up. If you got bushes that are overgrown, have them cut down or have them removed. Even depends on how bad they are. But the idea is you want to get the home nice and cleaned and manicured, so that when people come in to see your home for the first time, they get a good first impression. And pressure washing is another big thing. We live in Florida, a lot of moisture, so you get mildew, you get algae that builds up on the exterior of homes. So getting that cleaned is very important. So lots of good pressure washing companies out there, lots of good landscaping companies out there that you can hire and get some quotes for and get that taken care of. That's one thing that I highly recommend. You're going to get your money back for doing that. There's been a couple homes I've sold in the last couple of years where we've pre-listing gone in there and just done a lot of work to the yard, and it was essential. I mean, it was night and day how the home looked, before and after having the yard taken care of. So curb appeal is important. So number 4, make updates to the home that need to be made. And again, guys, this is going to depend on your budget. So, you've got a certain amount of money to spend. I got it. Everybody, can't spend, some people can't spend a whole lot of money on updates, and that's understandable. In that situation, if you're on a budget, you want to focus on the things that are the most important, things that you're going to get the most bang for your buck. And, updates, they can vary from very simple, inexpensive things to more expensive updates. And again, it really is going to depend on what price range your home is and what is normal for your area. So, obviously, if you are in a house that's $500,000 or $600,000 and it's in a nice neighborhood and everybody in that neighborhood has granite or quartz countertops and you've got Formica countertops, you probably need to replace the countertops. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time selling the home. It's going to sell for a big discount, compared to the other homes. So, but it doesn't have to be expensive things like that. It can be simple and easy things. It can be just things like replacing old and outdated light fixtures and ceiling fans, or if you've got old dingy looking light switches and electrical outlets, have those changed out. Those are easy to do. If you've got any like wood rot on the exterior of the home, I would suggest having that taken care of. Things like paint jobs. Paint job is, I'd say that's dollar for dollar. That's probably one of the best investments you can make into getting a higher price for your home is painting. A good fresh paint job will do wonders, and it'll make your home smell better most of the time too. Again, consult with your realtor, figure out a game plan to see what needs to be done to your home, and make a decision on what updates you need to do so that you can get the home sold for more money and in a quicker period of time. And then just for the ones that you can't do, just price it right. That's all I'd say about that. Just make sure that you account for any updating that might still need to be done. And then the next thing is going to be staging. So, I mean, this is not something that's a big deal in our market. You don't really see a lot of it. Staging can be expensive, and most of the time it's not worth it unless there's a couple. That's in my opinion. A lot of times, you know, if you've got a home that maybe has a weird floor plan, or it's hard to envision where to put furniture, staging can be a valuable tool in a scenario like that. Or if you have a very expensive luxury home, staging can be appropriate in that situation possibly too. Again, consult with a realtor about that's experienced in selling homes in your area, and see what they have to say about it and see if it's worth it to do that. Then after you've taken steps to get your home ready, you want to get a professional photographer in there. You don't want to get somebody who's taking pictures of your home with a smartphone. You know, you spend a lot of time and money on getting the home ready. You want to be able to showcase your home properly online so that you attract as many buyers as you possibly can. So get a professional photographer. It usually ranges anywhere from, on the low end, $100 to the high end, $300 or $400, depending on what package you get, photography package you get. A lot of photographers nowadays are including 3D virtual tours, which are a great tool in my opinion. They're really good for out-of-town buyers who are trying to make the decision whether or not they want to come in town to see your home. A 3D virtual tour can enable people basically to walk through your home online like they're walking through it in person, and they can you know, with their mouse they can basically see every single angle of every room in your home, and it's almost like you're walking through it, but you're not even there. It's a very useful tool in my opinion. I think it's worth the money. And then in certain situations, aerial drone photos are useful, especially if you've got a home that's on a big lot, or a lakefront home, or a home that's maybe close to an attraction. You know, for instance, I listed a house that was right by FSU, and we were able to get an aerial photo with Doak Campbell Stadium in the background. So that was really useful because that home in particular was, you know, parents of college students. That was, you know, our target market. So we wanted people to see that, hey, this home is within walking distance to Florida State, and it worked. And you know, we ultimately ended up selling the home pretty quick and getting a good price for it. So, and then obviously you want to get a good listing description. You know, when you get all this stuff done to your house, you want to make sure that the listing description kind of ties all the features into your home, and you know, ties it into the description, all the features of your home, so that people, you know, can see what the good points of your home are. And then obviously pricing the home right. So we'll do a whole nother video on pricing your house and how to price it. But you know, if you get your home ready and do all these things to get it ready, and it's perfect, and you don't price the home right, or you price it too high, you know, it's still not going to sell. So anyway, but again, we'll do a whole separate video on pricing your house. So again, really quick, just to summarize. So the things to do to get your home ready: declutter the home, get the home cleaned, get rid of any bad smells, focus on improving the curb appeal, getting the yard cleaned up, getting the exterior of the home cleaned up, make any updates that you need to make to the home so that your home will sell for more money and in less time. Possibly stage the home if it needs it, and then have professional photographer come in and take photos of the home. Get a good listing description for your home and price the home right. Guys, if you do those things in this market, your home's going to sell. It's going to sell quick, and it's going to sell for top dollar, close to what you list for it, if not above, in this market, especially in this strong sellers market. So, but it's so important to do these things. You know, if you don't take the time to get your home ready, you're not going to get the results you want. But if you do take the time and you get your home ready, you're going to have good results. You're going to be happy when you go to sell your home. So that's it. I hope you guys have found this useful. If you guys ever have any questions about anything, please let me know. You can email me, text me, Facebook me. You know, and of course, if you guys ever have a home that you want to sell, or even if you're just thinking about selling and you want to get an opinion on what you think would need to be done to the home and how much it would sell for, feel free to give me a call anytime. It's free of charge for me to come over there and talk to you and look at your home. I'd be glad to do that for you. So anyway, hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.